Back to the Allies. All right, British 30th Corps. That's the whole army of them. Number 1 will be deploy all Corps reserves. There's none in the reserve box. If we have any out of contact, that could deploy using method A, which means I have to be proximate. I'm not proximate to that hex or anything else on the west of the Meuse. Next, we look at expediting any reserves. None to be expedited. Next is assign replacement points. If they're down at least 2, which they might be, I see 1 right there and 1 right there. So the highest numbered first, that one's 37, that one's 39. I think they're only down the 2. So they're also down that one, but that's number 23. So those 2 are back to full strength. And that's their 2 points. Back to the German turn. Oh, also, last time, since the yellow was activated, I removed the dispersed only from the 1SS. This 3PG is still actually dispersed, but the other ones aren't. Okay? All right. Deploy reserves, because I don't have any units to activate on the map. So this stack can deploy on a supplied road hex, at least 3 away from an Allied unit and within 3 of a German unit. So that right there looks good to me. So that's where they'll go. Okay. That's that card. Right. 5th Panther. We'll use that. Back to the Allies. Okay. So for starters, they get an Airpower event. The first item on there is going to be to attempt to do an air supply. Okay. There's only 1 marker, that one. So that stack is once again in supply. In addition, we draw a second card. Again, it's a rule beginning December 22nd. If this is the first card drawn, you draw a second card. So now we're back to the British Army again. This time it's the 43rd and the 51st. There's nothing to deploy, nothing to redeploy using method A. We're going to look and try to activate the 43rd and the 51st. The 43rd and the 51st. There's a 43rd. He's eligible for an IP. Therefore, we'll go ahead and do the activation sequence. Draw 3 cards. 3. 3, 16, and 18. All right. Fill the gap. 43rd and 51st. There's the 43rd 2 are there. Here's the entire 51st, and there's probably another 43rd in there. Is a unit proximate to an empty position to which German unit is proximate? No. Get rid of fill the gap. Move. Unit or stack is not adjacent to a supplied German unit. These are. These aren't. So the 51st is not. So we'll move. Move to unoccupied VP hex to which a German unit is proximate. No. If none, move to unoccupied proximate German town or city. None. If none, move adjacent to nearest proximate German unit. If more than one, well, so there's room here. So the first one, unit number 9, could go 1, 2, 3. Because that is the closest. Okay, if more than one, move target nearest forward direction. If none, move in forward direction. So these other pieces, his forward direction was here, then here, then here. Okay, I'm looking at the fat arrow. First one's there, then there, then there. So this piece will go 1, 2, 3. The other piece will go 1, 2, 3. Okay. And that takes care of the move card. Next would be if they're proximate to a unit, out of supply. Nothing over here is out of supply. Okay. So back to the German turn. Again, how can I bleed off cards? What do we got yet? 2 to go? 2 and a discard. All right, we want to play at least 2 so I can see what I've got. Let's activate. Well, I may not play 2 cards. That's fine. Let me activate this one. Okay. I'm gonna play this reel. I have my own little hole right here, so this 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, activating this core. Ooh. Deploy all core reserves. Got them in the box here. All right, we're going to deploy these. Okay. They're all going to have to go into the same hex because they're all the same division. They're going to have to go in the 5th Army deployment zone within 3 hexes of the same core and at least 3 hexes away from an allied. So that's not valid. That's not valid. This would be valid. I'm going to drop them right here in brooch. Okay. So that's that card. Draw one to replace it. Okay. Allied card. U.S. Army, 5th Corps, 1st, 9th, 5th. No special. How about the deploy? 1st, 9th, and 5th. For starters, that's not any of these. This one, this one, this one are what we're looking at. This one, this one. So these. Okay. All of them are now in contact. We'll see if we are eligible to activate any. That one's eligible for an IP, therefore we activate 3 cards. 1, 2, 3, starting with fill the gap. First of all, are there going to be any empty positions to which a German unit is proximate? Preserving the line, avoiding surround, etc. No, we are not proximate. Okay, so nothing for fill the gap. Strong attack, strength, let's see. Unit number 1 here. Protect VP hex. Double check that rule. Protect VP hex. Do not attack from VP hex if less than 4 steps. That has less than 4 steps. Moving on to number 2 would be this unit stack. Strength of unit stack and other active units, at least triple proximate German unit. So this stack plus active unit. So we got 4, 5, 6, 9. We need a German stack that's 3 or less. He's not proximate to any. Therefore, he would not be. That's considered a 3. That would be cut in half. Nope, nope, nope. So no strong attack. Pull back. Unit or stack in hex less than 5, etc., etc. Danger of surround. No one is in danger of surround. So remove that. We build IPs where they're allowed, which would be there and there. They're in a town, they're in a town. They're in a city. So that's the end of that card's impulse. Okay. LIII, LXVII, 6th. Activate the 9P division. I just want to hold tight there. Oh, I could activate and build IPs. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm going to activate. It's only going to cost me 1. Activate the 9P division, and I'm going to use it to build some improved positions. So he gets built up, and he gets built up. This one's in a town. Okay? That's 1 point. I can still play another card. LXVI. Yeah. Let's pose a threat. I'm going to activate Alex VI here. I'm going to cross the river. Okay. He already has an IP. This position does not. Let's build one. Okay. So that concludes that impulse. Here's my last German card. Another 6th. Oh. Today is the 25th. No fuel issue there. All right. Allied card. Fifth Corps again. This time it's all of them. Nothing to deploy. Nothing to expedite. Replacement points. Are they down at least 2? Those are, but they're not eligible because at the moment of checking, they're either surrounded or not in supply at this moment, a supply path. The others of them are not down any replacement points. They're all in contact. Activate. They need at least 2-to-1 combat odds with them and other proximate units. So this is considered 4. Geez, that's considered a strength of 10. Do they have 20 around here? That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. No. How about on that one? This is 5. So there's 6. Seven, 8, 9, 2, 3, 10, 12. Actually, the forest would give him +1, so he's considered a 6. So do this again. 2, 6. They can't get there. 6. He could. That gives him 9. No, that's not greater than 2-to-1 either. He won't be able to. I'm going to say no on that. So we're actually going to fall down and do an event, an artillery barrage. Okay. Allied artillery barrage. Oh, discard 1 German division card from your hand. No effect if no division cards in your hand. Well, a division card is one that says division on it. So, okay. So I discard that. He's out of here. All right. That's one way to get rid of my cards. All right, back to, let's see. Back to the German impulse. I wonder if I can wrap things up. Artillery, infiltration, reinforced battle. So if I play this 6th Army card, Sixth Army, I could play infiltration. artillery. Let's go out on a bang, okay? We're playing that card. We're going to do a Kampfgruppe right there. So that means all units within 2 hexes of that are part of the 6th Army are activated. And then with that, I can play up to 4 cards for combat tactics. We're going to play Reinforced Battle, even though there's nothing to reinforce it with. We're going to play Infantry Infiltration. And we're going to play Artillery. Actually, am I allowed to play that if there's no one to reinforce it with? Maybe not, so we won't play that one. We'll play those though. So they actually get to draw a combat tactic. Because they're in supply. Isn't that swell? They get Airpower to stick it to me one last time. Minimum draw is 4 chits. Let's get rid of the last attack. One, 2, 3, 4. They're in forest. They also have elite. No. Defender elite. Combat odds. Oh, I forgot to move a piece. I was going to move this piece. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17 to 5. It's 3 to 1 odds. That one counts. All right, max draw 1, 2, 3, 4. Elite makes 5, 6, 7. So 3 more chits. 1, 2, 3. I do have attacker elite in here, I believe. Yes. And I don't think anyone's green anymore. Nope. So this attacker elite counts. It was, what did I say, 3 to 1? Nope. And yes, so 2 defender hits, 2 attacker hits. 2 defender hits is going to end up being all right, let's get the rule out on that. Two hits compared to 4 steps. If losing a step, they would still have zone of control. So we're going to do a hold chance. Hold value of the hex is 2. And we have 4 steps. So 2 plus 4 is 6. They are surrounded. It becomes 3. All routes would require a step loss. It goes up to 7. So, do a hold check. Checking for 7 or less. It's a 9. So they will retreat 1 hex. Okay. They have one choice right there. Into an unoccupied hex, in an enemy zone of control, not in friendly supply. Okay. Remove a step from retreating unit. So they have to retreat to there. He has to take a step loss to whoever has the most steps. So they've taken 1 hit so far. Their second hit, it's going to be 1 hit remaining. They've got 3 steps. If hits is greater than steps, no. If losing a step would cause them to have no zone of control, no. Calculate their hold chance. Hold value of the hex is a 2. They have 3 steps. That makes it 5. They would be out of communication. Makes it 2. No. They have. Makes it 4. So 4 or less, they hold. It's a 1. So they will hold where they are and take a step loss to the highest numbered unit, which will be number 39. So that one is eliminated. And as the attacker, I have to take 2 hits. I'm going to take 1 to this piece and 1 to this piece. I will advance him. And I will advance those. Oops. There. And that is that. Okay. Away with those. Away with that. Allied Impulse. All right. So now we have to check the rules. We go to Airpower. Now no one is out of supply. So we do a strafing run. If no allied units are eligible for air supply, discard the highest command value card from your hand. Okay. Place the allied air power in your hand where it counts toward your hand size limit. You may not rid your hand of allied air power cards until your draw pile is exhausted, and only allied air power cards remain in your hand. Then discard all air power cards to the appropriate allied discard pile. The last allied impulse of the day now occurs. That's interesting. So this now goes into my hand to replace the highest command value card I have. It's the only card I have. Okay, so that card would now occupy a spot. So whenever I'm replenishing my hand to have 6 cards, that would be one of the 6. Now that I'm down to nothing except these cards, one or more of these cards, I would discard it from my hand, and then the last allied impulse would occur. So we'll finish the allied turn, because that was their first card. This is now their second card, which will be the XVIII 30th and 75th. We've got the 75th here. We have the 30th. 30th. 30th might be all in the elimination bucket. I think they are. Okay. So we're only looking at the 75th. They're all in contact, so we're not going to try to redeploy. Are they eligible to activate? Yes. That one's eligible for an IP. We'll draw our 3 cards. 9, 14, and 17. Attack. Does a unit stack strength greater than a proximate German? No, because I've got a strength of 7 right here. Actually, he could break contact and move to here, but that's across the river. He gets cut in half. He's not greater than... No. So, discard the attack. Advance. They're all in zone of control. Move, not adjacent to a supplied unit. None of those apply. We will build an IP there, there, and there. Okay. That was that allied impulse. My last German impulse is to discard all these Airpower cards. Last impulse of the day. '83rd and 2nd Armor. None in the reserve box. 83rd is on the next day. So do we have any 2nd Armored that could be redeployed? Here's the 2nd Armored. This one's out of contact. There's no positions with German proximate. So no, he does not redeploy with method A. We now check to activate. Eligible for IP. He would activate. Draw 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, a combined arms attack. Start with the lowest numbered, which would be this one. Strength of unit and other active units is at least double proximate German unit. So they're in a VP hex. So was that a -1 or a nothing? No, it was nothing. So this and other proximate units is at least double. We do have to protect VP hex, preserve the line. So this piece would not move off of that spot. So these 2 will attack that. All active units proximate to strongest qualifying German unit move and attack. He would move to another unoccupied hex. Other proximate units in the same core reinforce. That would mean this one could reinforce. He's preserving the line if he moves from here to here. Okay, 1 to break contact, 2 for the move, 3 for the finishing the move. Again, he has to preserve his line. He won't do that. All right. All out of contact units in same corps redeploy. Again, he would not be used because he would open up a gap. So it's going to be those 3. They're going to have tank battalion, which gives them another point of strength. They don't benefit from armored because they already have that. They get to draw another card, which will give them artillery. We have no cards to play. Minimum draw is 2. We're attacking with 6 steps, so we break off at the second attacker hit. Here's the minimum draw. It is a flank attack. Attacker does have artillery. He's not eliminated, so we keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 is the maximum draw, so I'll lay out 4 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is not a large attack. There's no air power. The odds, they get 1 combat bonus for the tank battalion, so it's 14 to 4, so it's 3 to 1. That one counts. Okay. It's 3 to 1. That one counts. I'm not yet eliminated, so they keep going. No. And this is the last of them. I'm in the woods. D-1. So that will offset. I have 3 defender hits I have to deal with. 1 is absorbed by the town. And then retreating would be 1. And I'll take end of day. I would retreat to here then and disperse. Okay. And it was 1 attacker hit, which would go against their highest numbered piece, which would be this one, the 08. Okay. Advance after combat. Well, they'll be taking that. Okay. First unit to check will be this one. It's the lowest numbered. That's a secondary route. Oh, into a VP hex. No units are there. He simply advances. So I lose 2 victory points. 1, 2. Okay. The second piece would be the 03. That's his primary route forward. Or it's the VP hex. A roll of 1 to 7. He will advance. 2. He also advances. If there's 2 pieces in there, the last one will not advance. Okay. Get rid of that card. That's it for the combined arms attack. The only piece left to consider is this one here. A strong attack, strength of unit is greater than triple approximate. He's not triple that. So no strong attack. Last would be just a attack. Is he greater than? He is not greater. Oops, he's in the clear. Oh, one more attack. Just a second there. -1 if you're in the clear. So situational strength is, oh, but then he has an IP, so he gets the point back. So no, he's not greater than him. And that's it. That is the end of December 25th. All combat chits back to the cup. Remove all the dispersed or out of fuels. Check our victory conditions. So today is the 25th. Greater than 55 points is an operational win. I have 63. So it is game over. It's an operational German win. So, the best possible win is strategic. We just did the operational. So while the German offensive lacks the depth to make a serious drive on Antwerp, it holds the Meuse River and severs communication between the U.S. and British forces, decimating 3 U.S. corps in the process. Allied command and supply is thrown into disarray, delaying the Western drive into Germany by 6 months. Okay, so there we have it. So there's our high view. This is the 8th or 9th German solo full game I've played, and I can say every single one has played differently. It's one of the great things on this game. Alrighty. Hope you enjoyed it all. Cheers.